channel, guys. This week we're going to be focusing back on our big block Chevelle. Last episode you saw us working on the Chevelle. We were custom making a air inlet system to the 572 big block, which included a filter housing and the tubing into the intake, as well as getting our PWR radiator situated in its custom location. This week we're going to be focusing on getting our cooling system finalized, which includes getting our custom made merge tank fabricated, which is Art's specialty, so let's hand it off to him.
All right, guys, we are moving along with our big block Chevelle. We got our headers done. Our exhaust is 75%. Next step is going to be what?
Coolant tank.
Coolant tank. It's gonna be pretty complex as far as coolant systems go. Normally you're just running a radiator hose to your upper water pump, one down and below, but this one's a little tricky. Before we could run any coolant lines, we have to build a
Coolant tank.
Coolant tank. So Art has already kind of started messing around with a little design here. As you see, he's kind of making this little groove in our valve cover continue right into our coolant tank. So, how'd you make that?
Very carefully. Basically, I just took a piece of aluminum, milled a little center channel into it, took a piece of D-bar that you would use for like your steering racks or your steering columns, and just kind of pressed that down, which gave me this cool little indent. But yeah, just making that. Gonna put a couple bungs in there, gonna put a fill port, and keep rocking on with this project. All right, now that I've made the tank, ground down all the welds on the tank, just make it nice and smooth. What I'm gonna do now is work on getting these AN fittings welded in there, as well as the receiver for the thermostat, which is this guy right here. I'm gonna be scribing out and cutting out this piece and taking that and placing it within the tank, welding it in there, as well as welding the cap on there. And I've got 2 rubber isolators over here that I'm going to be making brackets for to mount this guy here and here, and we're going to continue to make dreams real. Check it. All right, so jumping a little ahead, I did already make and weld on a bracket to our expansion tank over here, or coolant tank. I also made a little boo-boo. I have to cut this guy off and weld a new one on, since I welded it on with the cap and the threads got a little damaged. So can't get that cap back off. So I'm gonna cut that off, put on a new one, and this guy's gonna live right here, like so. Got our mounting holes down there, and we're gonna keep rolling with this guy. All right, everyone, with this vehicle having such big wheels and having air ride suspension, although the vehicle is going to be driving at a ride height, we have a little bit of a concern with the clearance that the tires are going to have with turning right. With this big old AN fitting that we're putting right here, we're kind of going to be pretty tight with clearancing with the wheel turning in. So what I'm going to do right now is I got some 5356 filler rod, because we're going to have to re-anodize this, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy off, clean up the anodizing, and cut it off right there as well, and bring these guys in together, which is going to get us plenty of clearancing. Also, what I'm going to do is slot this bolt hole here to kind of get this guy to kind of pivot down a little bit, and that's going to probably buy us another, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, but everything that we can do to get as much clearance as possible is going to be done. Finally, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and put another AN fitting here, and we're going to go ahead and cut this guy off, seal that off. Or rather, I think we were going to put it here. Whatever we're going to do, we're going to make it happen. So check it out. An old trick of using some easy off oven cleaner. Sprayed this in a little cup, got the anodizing off so that I could weld it. So we're just gonna throw that on there and weld it up now. It's gonna be awesome. So now that I have this guy welded up over here, took it all cleaned off the anodizing with some oven cleaner, weld that on there. This is now, obviously the radiator lives back here, but what I'm going to end up doing is taking this guy and welded this piece to the AN fitting here. I'm going to drill a hole, stick this in there, mark it, get these guys lined up. This is going to live right about here, and get this guy marked up, cut it, weld it onto this guy, cut this guy off, plug it. So check it out. All right, so we got our radiator all welded up. We got the AN fitting on the radiator. We've got this guy shortened up. We got these two fittings lined up to one another. Tank mounted, slotted. Looks good to go. So essentially all that really needs to happen as far as the tank is concerned, we just need to get the tank coated on the inside to make sure that there's no leaks. Maybe get a powder coated, that'd be pretty sweet. But all that's really left now, since all this is done, is to hand it off to Andrew here so that he could finish doing his plumbing.
There's a little bit more trimming of some of our braided lines coming from the rear ports of the cylinder head. You can see it's already taped off, marked out for the length, and then also the upper radiator hose. But haven't gotten our alternator back on completely, but you can see the idea here, how this is all gonna fit back together with plenty of room to mount our power cable down here underneath the tank. And then, you know, our braided lines will be cut to length here as well as here. But notice that this cap is not a pressure cap. Also, I wanted to note that this is not a pressure cap. This is only for filling this cooling system. The radiator that we're using from PWR has a pressure cap on it still. So if there's ever any overheating issues, or in a case where it needs to bleed out, it still has the original pressure cap on the radiators. But we're almost wrapped up here with major fabrication. There's still a lot left to do in other areas of the vehicle. So make sure you guys continue to tune into further episodes on this build. So thanks guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next episode.